Happy New Year's, everyone. I hope that 2020 brings great moments to each and every one of us, and here's to hoping that 2020 also brings us a sequel to Breath of the Wild. So I thought, what better way to start off the year than by talking about some new game mechanics that I want and I believe could be introduced into the sequel. And what better way to do it than joined by Triforce Trends? Let's give Trends a warm welcome.
Hi there everyone, my name is Triforce Trends, as you've just heard Ace say, though I'm really happy to be back on the channel and doing another video with Ace back over on my channel, which we'll talk about a bit more at the end of this video. But for now, enjoy this one because we gave it our all and I hope you enjoy it.
Now, if there's something that we don't mention and you think could revolutionize the next Zelda installment, please let us know. You guys always blow my mind away with your ideas. I love it. You guys have also been so awesome to me this last year that we're just 30 subscribers shy of 2,000, which the channel would not even be here without your help and your support. So if you enjoy the videos and want to help us reach 2,000 subscribers, well, thanks in advance. But enough about that. New game mechanics for the sequel to Breath of the Wild. Let's get started. A game mechanic that I would like to be introduced into Breath of the Wild 2 is the inclusion of blacksmiths. The introduction of blacksmiths would open up a whole new world that the first Breath of the Wild barely even grazed. Yes, Breath of the Wild's weapons did have extra effects that either gave you more durability, a higher attack, or some other boosted effect. But one didn't have control over what weapon had what effect. It was mostly luck, and you had to pray that you got the boosted effect you'd like. If blacksmiths were introduced into the game, we could take whichever weapon we desire and add whatever boosted effect we'd like to personalize it to our own liking. There could be certain limitations as to not overpower weapons, but that's just a small detail. With the introduction of blacksmiths, it would also allow us to make our weapons more durable or fix them before they reach the point of breaking. This would be something that I personally would be very fond of. The thought of finishing the game with one of the first weapons I picked up on my journey would be oh so satisfying. This probably stems from me not liking the thought of getting rid or throwing away stuff, which probably stems from my mom selling my Nintendo 64 at a garage sale for like $15. But that's a story for another time. We have seen blacksmiths in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, but they were mostly side quests that could be done to get an extra weapon of some sort. In Breath of the Wild 2, if introduced, they would play a critical role in upgrading your weapons and giving them the care they need to properly take down Ganondorf and his army.
Do you see this? And this? What about this? It's just marvellous, isn't it? Now please Nintendo, please. Your games are so beautiful, please give us a method by which we can see all of these great scenic views that you yourselves have created. Please give us a camera view that goes into the first person point of view. We don't even think that this one is even that much to ask for either. Animal Crossing New Horizons implemented a very basic but cool first person camera mode, and I believe the same could be done for the sequel of Breath of the Wild. Keep it minimal for all we care. Want to restrict how far the camera can move away from the initial point? That's fine with us. The camera can stay stagnant for all that we care. All we want is to be able to go into a first person mode and enjoy the beautiful scenery that Hyrule has to offer. I mean, come on, we even had like a VR mode of Breath of the Wild and there still wasn't any first person cameras. Come on, just give us it. Now, for us video makers, this would also help out with our video making a whole lot. But we promise we're not taking that into consideration. The mere fact of being able to take a scenic shot and share it with our friends or the internet creates a massive desire of wanting this game mechanic to be implemented into the sequel. So please Nintendo, I know it can be done, give it us, do it now, stop slacking, do it, come on, Ace, you gotta take over, otherwise I'm gonna keep asking for this.
There's always segments of a video that people disagree with, so this one right here would probably be it. Real minigames. Yes, Breath of the Wild had minigames, but did it really? I guess Boom Bam Golf and the chess gambling were sort of like minigames, but the rest of these quote-unquote minigames felt kind of short to me. It quite didn't click with me. The foot race, the super gut check challenge, the horseback archery seemed like, well, challenges to beat. It lacked all the fancy showmanship and pizzazz that minigames from previous games held. Give us something like the Honey and Darling Shop in Majora's Mask, where each day held a different minigame, or the archery game in Ocarina of Time, or heck, even the infamous battleship game in Wind Waker, where the guy was first like, okay, what do you want? But as soon as you tell him you want to play that minigame and hand over those rupees, he's like, oh, what? There? Aho! I see! The fiends approach! See, that guy right there, he made me want to play this minigame over and over. I mean, I lost like 90% of the time, but it was just fun. It fun, the showmanship. I loved it. And that's what I want to see from Breath of the Wild 2. To me, minigames like this are iconic to Zelda, and I felt they were a bit dry in Breath of the Wild. I mean, I get it, they're in a post-apocalyptic world, so it's hard to enjoy these type of pastimes, but who knows? Now that time has passed and Hyrulean cities are not living day by day wondering if they'll perish to the calamity, maybe they'll have time to set up shops in which one can go and play and have fun for the sake of it. But enough about games, let's move on to the next mechanic. What I've been wanting to see in a new Zelda game ever since I played The Adventure of Link is a return of experience. So in Zelda 2, when you defeat enemies, you gained experience, and once you earned enough, you could upgrade your life, magic, and attack. I know. In Breath of the Wild, Spirit Orbs allow you to increase your heart and stamina, and you could upgrade your gear to give it abilities and bonuses, like the Barbarian Armor giving you a boosted attack, the Stealth Armor upgrading your stealth, and the Climbing Armor, well, making you faster at climbing. But it was limited with what you were wearing. Say you really like wearing the Soldier Armor set. Yeah, that's cool and all, but you wouldn't be able to take advantage of the bonuses and upgrades that the other gear give you. With experience thrown into the mix, you'd be able to mix and match whatever attribute or characteristics you like to enhance, while keeping the look that you'd like. Gear could still add value to the attributes, but it wouldn't be the deciding factor on the Link that you want to play. I feel with experience, much like adding blacksmiths to the game, it would personalize the game to everyone's own liking and make it a unique experience for everyone.
Now me personally, I simply loved the way that they implemented the day and night cycle into Breath of the Wild. As the sun sets and the night falls, you can see how everyone and everything reacts to the change in time. Residents in Kakariko and Hiteno Village retreat to their homes to get a good night's rest. Meanwhile, the monsters do so as well, except they just kind of lay there right exactly where they've been standing because they don't own beds or something. I don't know. Bokoblins, they work in weird ways, man. As soon as the sun rises, villagers set off to see what a new day brings, and the monsters, well, the monsters do this. This did a great job in creating an immersive world to play in, and although great, I felt like there was something missing. Time-sensitive side quests would take the immersion I was talking about to a whole new level. Yes, in Breath of the Wild we see time changing throughout the day as well as the weather, but time-sensitive side quests will create another dimension to that depth. It doesn't even have to be complex tasks. Like, imagine there's an NPC that for the life of him cannot wake up early for his morning chores. And since he doesn't have any cookers to wake him up, and with the Sheikah being pretty darn stingy with the tech and not creating alarm clocks, you are tasked with waking him up at 5 in the morning. Simple as that. You go at 5 AM and either nudge him or set off a bomb right in his bedroom and collect your reward. But let's say you forgot to wake him up. He could then have a pretty different dialogue lamenting how he just can't get up on time. I can go on and on with these different types of time-sensitive side quests, but I want to see what your ideas are for these types of quests.
Don't mind if I do, Trends. I actually
Hey,
would
so
like
I was
to
actually talking about the people at home, the viewers.
Oh, well, you heard the man. And with that, this great collab comes to an end. But this is just one part of it. Trends, why don't you tell them more about it?
As I said at the beginning of the video, me and Ace Monkey have also made a video on my channel, which is the second part to this one technically. It's a very similar sort of concept, just talking about dungeons, so older dungeons coming back rather than new mechanics, but you get the idea. So come over if you want to come and hear more of Ace's voice, and I'd love to see you over at the channel. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. And thank you so much for having me on the channel, Ace. I hope to be back in the future, but for now, I hope you all have a fantastic day.
For sure, I had such a fun time making these videos. We must definitely do this sooner than later. Hopefully not as long as the last time. Thank you guys all for the support you give to the channel. Again, I do not get tired of thanking you all. I'm Ace Monkey. Have a great day, and thanks for watching.